good fight. He's like, no, cakewalk. I'm like,
Nobody, not one analyst is talking about Jack as a six man. It's not gonna happen.
But Jack is the intro. Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Sports. I am your host, Mr. Jeremiah Khalik. Sitting to my right, coming back for season 2. They say Marshawn Lynch is a beast. Well, this is the beast of Let's Talk Sports. She walks in the jungle of men. She pushes guys over. She knows her stats, and she'll correct you if you don't know yours. I welcome tonight Nene Chapman.
Hey.
Sitting to my right, he's a Bears fan, Cutler supporter, self-proclaimed that he's a year ahead of the regular media. I welcome tonight Kamasi the Prophet. You did say that.
I did say that.
You did say you are a year ahead of everybody.
I looked at you because how you know that though?
Okay. Because I'm trolling.
Yeah.
Joe Flood trolls.
Yeah.
Making his debut tonight. No, not his debut. He made his debut right before the end of season 1. He made a lot of noise. He's a Alex Smith is a bum. And he's a Kaepernick supporter.
You feel like
Tonight,
too?
we welcome my guy, B. Tucker, to the studio. Before we get into some of the Niner talk, I want to play some word on the street that my man Jamil Patterson put together.
Guess I'm going with the Niners, man.
Okay, we talking about Niners or what?
Bubba Black is the Niners, that's what I'm going for. I'm glad when the season over with, so they can go to Santa Clara.
I don't even care. All I got is the 49ers. I got the Niners, and I got New England. That's what's going to do it.
Got a connection, Kansas City and San Francisco.
Off top, the Niners going to the Super Bowl.
The 49ers going to win this year.
49ers is going to go into their stadium, and the 49ers are going to quiet the crowd.
That's Seattle by 10.
You know, Seattle having Frisco all day.
Y'all got to redeem yourself up there in Seattle, though.
I say the 49ers win.
I care about Seattle. Seattle can be beat.
Kaepernick is going to win.
Got you.
Man, I like their defense, man. And, I got a connection with them by them giving my team, which is the Kansas City Chiefs, Alex Smith.
Be Denver
Got that.
and the Niners in the Super Bowl.
The Seahawks 15-1 at home with Russell Wilson era. Kaepernick has struggled up there, including 3 interceptions in week 2. Do you see him overcoming his struggles? I'm going to start with you, Big.
Of course. Look at week 2. We had Kyle Williams at the 2 receiver. Like, wasn't nobody in the receiving core. We're healthy now. We're on the road. We're winning. I mean, that's all I really got to say, about that. If Russell Wilson, in the last 3 games, he hasn't done that good. They lost at home in Arizona. That said a lot to me. Like, if they're beatable at home, 2 of their players are suspended. It's a W for us.
This game ain't gonna come down to the offense at all. It's the defense, and it's just gonna win this game. I get the Niners credit for their defense that impressed me a lot. Probably the last 4 weeks they done stepped up. They're playing a lot better at this point in the season than they did last year in the playoffs. They was trash last year in the playoffs. The defense. It was offense that was carrying the Niners last year in the playoffs. This year, the defense is carrying them. So for me, all the comment shouldn't be about Cap because he ain't really doing nothing.
He's coming through in a clutch.
He ain't really doing the defense is carrying. The defense is winning these ball games. As far as Wilson, you're right. He ain't looking good either. That's what I'm saying. It's going to come down to the defense. Wilson looked like trash. He looked worse than Cap.
I don't think the defense is going to bail us out.
This game is going to be a little bit tighter. I think Niners defense is a little bit better prepared for this game than they have been in the past because the defense is playing at a high level.
It's going to come down to Cap.
As far as the excuses, as far as the Cap, everybody using the receivers ain't there and all this excuses y'all been having for Cap. You need to throw that out of the window, man. Cap has always had talent on his team. He'd always had an offensive line. He always had Bolden. He always had Vernon Davis. You cannot keep using excuses for Cap struggles early in the season. He always had talent.
The
B.
defense
Tucker.
is not
He had
going
always
to
had
bail us
talent.
out
You
like
can't
they did in
use that
Carolina.
excuse.
Let's go
Am I
one
right
at a
or
time.
wrong?
Let's go one
I
at a
interrupt
time.
him.
Okay.
Defense is not going to bail us out like they did in Carolina.
Your defense is good. You need to stop giving credit to Cap.
They're not going to bail us out. It's
How
going to
you
come
know that?
down to Cap. No.
Seattle ain't got no offense, man.
Marshawn Lynch.
Seattle ain't got no offense.
You think they'd have stopped Marshawn Lynch 3 times?
I think the Niners can stop Seattle's offense.
It's gonna come
and
down,
I don't like the Niners. Everybody know that. And if I'm going to say the Niners can stop Seattle offense, that means something.
To Cap.
But let me ask you, why is it gonna come down to Cap? Why?
I mean, you look at the Carolina game. The defense basically won that. They could have easily just ran up in there and scored 3, but we're going against a whole nother offense.
Who could have won
Cat
there
didn't
and
play
scored
good
3?
against Carolina. He could have threw.
No, I'm just saying
threw
as far as
two people dropped picks in that game too.
No, I'm saying as far as
he
that goal
score
line
in the first half.
As far as a goal line and them like almost getting it in there, this is a completely different offense. Like seriously, man.
This game is going to be a defensive battle, in my opinion. I don't think it's even going to come down to Kaepernick's going to struggle. That's my opinion. 2 years in a row, he's struggled. 2 seasons in a row, he struggled against Seattle. And it has not been pretty whatsoever. They've outscored y'all ridiculously. You can say it's a different team, but Seattle still got that same defense. If Cap can't get to the edge, if his legs are cut off, it's a wrap. He's going to struggle. So the Niners defense can win y'all this game, but it's not going to be Cap that's going to be the savior of this game.
My guy, you was eager.
I believe it's going to be the whole offense. We're going to spread them out, and we're going to kill them. We're going to kill them off the edge, man. That's what we do.
Who's we? You Seattle or you Niners?
Huh? Excuse me, where we at?
You said we. I don't know. You
It's
didn't
not
say
a
nothing.
game. Come and get some.
I don't see no colors or nothing. I don't know what's going on.
Okay,
we on camera. You gotta let people
wait a
know.
minute,
I believe our offense is going to, bail us out.
Pete Carroll is a beast when it comes to coaching. Do you think
he ain't playing?
But he knows what to do. You think he's not gonna put a spy guy on Cap and cut that edge off? You think Cap just gonna run over them?
They did that
It's not gonna happen.
time.
It's not gonna be the offense, man, because y'all was like a Frank Gore lucky run from losing that game.
If Drew Brees can get a snap off from that and throw
y'all
plays,
won,
our plays are way better.
Y'all
So
won
we've
by
seen
2
something
points
in that
at
game.
home, and everybody excited. That's what's giving Niner fans. You cannot be happy from beating the Seattle Seahawks at home by 2 points when you went to their road and they done smacked y'all and they done rested their bench. If y'all would have smacked Seattle at home, I'd be singing a different tune.
Right.
Y'all damn near should have lost the damn game in the stick.
Seattle did not impress me against that Saints game because the Saints had plenty of chances.
That's your problem. That's your problem, B.
Why
Tucker.
didn't they?
Seattle don't need to impress you. Seattle need to impress you against y'all, though. You worried about another team. Talk about the Niners versus Seattle.
We are not the Saints.
You keep throwing the Cardinals. First you mentioned the Cardinals. They didn't look good against the Cardinals. Then you mentioned the Saints. How about you mention the Niners versus Seattle?
Beatable, though,
you just a regular Niner fan. Always mention another team versus Seattle besides your own team.
That's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? I'm
We
watching
talking about the Niners
I'm
and Seattle.
I'm watching the game.
Talk about Niners versus Seattle. Stop
And
throwing another
we
team in
are
there.
even.
You
We-
keep throwing the
Niners and
Cardinals, the
Seattle,
Saints.
we're even.
That's
We'll
your
see
weakness
Sunday.
to me.
Arizona is not on our level.
Let me ask you this question, B. Tuck. Who would you take as your quarterback? Kaepernick or Russell Wilson? Because you said before we came in here that Russell Wilson would be a better quarterback on the 49ers.
I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I would take Wilson. If Wilson had the targets.
You don't make no sense, and you said that early.
What are you talking about? If Wilson, look at his targets. Who does he have to throw? Who does Wilson have to throw to? Who? Golden Tate? He's a Pro Bowler.
With Tom Brady.
Come on now. If he had the targets like how the Niners got, you got Bolden, you got
But
Vern,
Brady getting it done.
But look,
No targets.
I said it's going to come down to the defense. You said it's going to come down to Cap. But you think Wilson is better than Cap. So how is it going to come down to Cap
I said,
when Wilson
what
is
did
better?
I say? If he had our targets, he would be way better, right? Am I right or wrong? I mean, just keep it real. I'm a Niner fan. I'm a diehard. But
So
if he had
I
our
appreciate
targets,
that.
The
I've been
reason
on saying
why
if Cutler was on the Niners, they
I don't think Cap. I really don't think Cap could do nothing with.
I got to throw that in there.
Tate.
It's the truth, though. What do you mean? Yeah, he can get on if he want to. He ain't got nothing for that. What? You could try it too.
What quarterback?
What about
would you
Cutler?
take?
What about him, man?
Where Cutler at?
What about him?
I thought he was going to.
debate.
He ain't playing. We didn't make the playoffs. What you want to know about my team? You get murdered saying anything about the Bears. I know everything.
Name
about
who
this.
you taking?
Cubs, man.
Russell Wilson's the more complete quarterback. I would definitely take him. He's more poised in the pocket. When it comes to Kaepernick has gotten better, I must say. He's not struggling after the first read breaks down now like he used to. He's getting it together now, but Russell Wilson's always been that prototypical quarterback to where if the play breaks down, he can make moves. You see what he did against the one that you wasn't impressed about. How
he here we go.
He stood in that pocket when he couldn't run, and he picked them apart with passes. You don't see Kaepernick do that too often.
Cap is more clutch, though.
You can say he's clutch, but Kaepernick doesn't give you those.
In this game, that's what's going to count.
He can barely get a 200-yard game when it comes to passing.
What does that mean?
When the runs are down, when he can't run, he's not a typical quarterback. He's not a good quarterback.
So with his back against the wall, he hasn't made some.
He's made some good plays lately, but your defense has kept you in games.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is gonna be a completely different game. Like our offense is gonna have to step up. Cap is clutch.
After a long career for the Denver Broncos.
Super Bowl 46 ends on a devastating note for the Patriots.
You got the Broncos versus the Patriots. Manning trying to downplay the rivalry. He's saying it's about the Broncos and the Patriots. How much is it about the quarterbacks?
The entire game, it's definitely about the quarterbacks. He played it down. He gave the right answer. That's the media answer. We all know it's about the quarterbacks. He doesn't want to go out again to Brady. If he lost to Brady, that would do something to his legacy, definitely. And then he'd be known as a choke artist again. So he needs this win, most definitely.
Peyton Manning's the best quarterback that I have watched through since kind of adult, mid-age, teenager. Peyton Manning's the best I've ever seen. And I grew up with Brady, too. Brady got more Super Bowls than him, but for me, if Belichick had Peyton, Belichick would have more Super Bowls. Now, Peyton, pretty unlucky. He ain't had a lot of good coaches. He had a lot of stuff against him. He's unlucky. He's been on the road. Every time he played Brady, he was on the road, man. Every time he lost against Brady, he was on the road in the playoffs, man. The only time he ever beat Brady when he was at home in Indianapolis. Peyton, little to people don't know, he has never lost at home against Belichick or the Patriots at home. He's at home now against the Broncos. As far as if he loses to Brady, would it take his legendary stuff? I don't think so. I think Peyton is the best I've ever seen, man. I think if you take Brady off the Patriots, you put Matt Castle, and he still won 10, 11 games.
Hey, we got a call. We got our first call for the night. Sorry to interrupt my guy, but let's talk sports.
It's
Who
okay,
we got?
man. That's what it is. Let's go.
What's good with my people?
Who we got?
It's Joe Flood.
Who is it?
What?
Creep Show, what's happening?
What's up, Flood? We miss you in the studio, man.
Yeah, man, I'm a little under the weather this week, man. I couldn't make it.
It's all good. We love you even more for not making it.
Yeah.
What's on your mind? You know, we talking Brady, Manning. You know, Peyton Manning tried to downplay it.
Nah, he tried to downplay it. I mean, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And that boy Brady is raw. Honestly, in my opinion, I think this is Tom Brady's greatest season ever. Everything he's done, I think this is his best season, just based on what he hasn't had. I mean, you look at everything he don't have. Who's been there, who's not been there. Amendola been out, Gronk out, Nick out Hernandez, Kenbrell Thompson, his go-to guy earlier in the season was out. and they're still in the AFC Championship game. So with that said, I think the Broncos gonna beat him though, because I think he's gonna need all that stuff that he don't have this week.
I agree with the first statement. I agree, and I think Belichick should be the coach of the year for that exact reason you just said.
Yeah.
So who do you think should be the coach of the year?
I think you can make an argument for Belichick based on what him and Brady have
It
done
gotta
this
be
year.
Belichick based on what you just said.
Yeah. I agree with that, but I got to give it to Chip Kelly though, because
I knew you was gonna jump.
Rookie head coach that came in, put in a new quarterback, a whole new system that everybody said would not work, and took them to the playoffs.
Yeah. Hey, Flood, we can't hear you, man. We're gonna shut you off.
Shoot, man, Manning got a major chip on his shoulder. Yeah. Like, just look at the history, how Brady owned him, and just the earlier game when they was up 24 points. Brady came back and won.
Right.
That even has to bother him, even though it wasn't a playoff game. That just still has to bother him.
It's gonna bother him for a lot.
Forever.
But this time he ain't got what Gronkowski had 10 catches in that game. He's on the sideline.
Not the same team.
So, but on the other side you got Vaughn gone. So, but I think the Gronkowski thing is gonna be a little more of a.
They both real good, man. They both we probably ever gonna see, man.
They are missing.
Swapped.
I haven't even picked nobody for that game.
They the both we ever gonna see.
They missing a lot of pieces, and that lets you know how good Brady is. He missing everybody. Like, he literally has no receivers whatsoever.
Never had nobody though.
He's good.
He makes people famous.
Brady's good.
Yeah.
You can't argue against him not being good.
You really can't. But Gronkowski is a beast. Yeah. When you lose that, and then not even that, the best slot receiver was gone. Y'all get him for cripple, who never in the games because he's always hurt. So it's like, yeah. Then you don't have Hernandez either. So wait a minute though. But then here's the thing. This game is gonna come down to my pick is Denver. That's my pick. Period. Too many weapons, way too many. Then Patriots don't have no defense like that. They're not gonna. You can contain two, maybe other players. You might be able to contain Welker. You might be able to contain Demaryius Thomas, but you're not finna shut down the running back. You can't shut down Julius Thomas.
Burt was
it's too
4.3 speed last week.
What about Vaughn?
I think he was on that A-Rod stuff.
Problem, like,
hey,
losing he was major in the first game.
I want to talk to y'all about this because Kamasi pointed out a point. He's about Belichick being that coach, and y'all may be giving Brady too much credit because it seems like Brady never threw the ball downfield except the 1 year he had Randy Moss. If you think about it, he had Wes Welker all these years. Mm-hmm. Wes Welker is gone. All of a sudden, they didn't plug in 2 or 3 people to fill that spot, from Amendola to Julian Edelman. Maybe it's just the system is what I'm asking. He's in here promoting his Madden Challenge. Come to his venue. I'm going to let him speak on it because he the man.
You know what it is. It's for you diehards. If you talk smack, come get some, man. We got a commercial out there. If you want it, come get it. It's $25 to enter, $500 to the winner. The best in the Bay. Come down if you want. You play with any team you want. Make sure you read the rules. Bring your mama. Make sure she got her money. you know what it is. It's going to be February
30 yards.
Who would you pick for point guard out of Lillard and Kyrie Irving?
Lillard. Hands down.
It's a Bay cat, man. Keep it 100.
I'm going to take Lillard. Lillard is his First of all, we knew what he was going to be last year. You saw it. You was like, he going to be a star. This year, if it wasn't for the West being so deep, he'd be an all-star. That boy,
he might be.
I don't think so.
He might
that's
be.
my snub.
Think about it.
He getting snubbed.
Westbrook is injured.
But you know he's
Chris Paul just went down. Yeah. These guys
got to
get in the game.
You got to get
no.
That's the next question. You should
it
hold
don't
that.
Matter.
You should hold that.
You should hold that. That's what
you should hold that.
Hold that. I got something for that.
You should hold that.
I got something for that.
You got to hold that.
But
that's your job.
I feel like Lillard is a complete. They second in the West. You know how deep the West is, and he's balling. He's killing.
He's to the whole.
The easiest answer is Lillard, but if a healthy Lillard, whatever his name was, I don't know how to say his name. So, for me, I would say Kyrie, man. If they was both, if without the injuries, It's Kyrie
But
all
see,
the way.
you gotta add the
That's
injuries.
what
though.
if
You gotta add
if y'all add
injuries.
the injuries, then
Kyrie out
then
every
it's Lillard.
season.
Lillard is way more explosive.
Without the injuries,
Seriously.
without the injuries, who you taking?
I'm taking
I'm
Lillard
still taking Lillard. I'm gonna tell
It's
you why.
Kyrie all the way
No,
without the
it's
injuries.
more. No, it's not.
Are
It's
y'all
more.
smoking?
He's more
No.
efficient.
From Chicago?
Huh? Yeah, I'm from Chicago. Y'all from the Bay. But thing is, it's Kyrie easy
No,
without
it's
the
not.
injuries.
It's not, hold on.
No.
Wait a minute.
No.
Wait a minute. I can see you picking him, but you can't say it's like an easy. Just no.
LA, yeah, it's easy because Lillard is what Kyrie used to be without the injuries, and that's the reason y'all picking Lillard because he balling and scoring like Kyrie used to be without the injuries.
No.
And the only reason you saying Lillard,
Y'all
y'all might
know
have a Bay Area
that.
bias, but
No, I
Lillard is
don't.
doing what Kyrie used to be before the injuries.
I don't do the
and
Bay Area
more.
thing. Y'all know I don't do the Bay Area thing. I'm not biased like that. You know I'm a stats girl. Lillard's more efficient. Kyrie Irving does not shoot a good percentage. He gets his points like Melo gets his points on a bad shooting percentage. I don't like that. That don't count for me. Because you got 30 and you was 7 for 30 shooting, that don't count to me. It looked like you balling on the outside, but you really not. Y'all know I'm a stats. Stats is my thing.
Lillard's
I'm
jumper.
efficient.
Lillard's percentage is not much better than
reliable.
Kyrie's when he's healthy. Kyrie go to the hole. His handles is better than Lillard's. Now it's 3 and aggressive, and it has been held back because he injury
Kyrie
prone
is an
right
injury
now.
waiting to happen.
Now it's 3 and aggressive, and it has been held back because he injury
Kyrie is
prone
an
right
injury
now.
waiting to happen.
All right, this is our last Facebook question. Who do you think is the most overrated athlete in the history of sports? I know I caught y'all slipping.
Oh, you got me slipping. Oh, you talking about every...
Well, the easiest answer is Tebow. We got to go to someone that's actually good, though, right? I'm not going to throw Tebow, but he's the easiest answer, right? Though it got to be someone that's actually was good, though, because it's obvious Tebow. That based on the question is Tebow.
Or Ryan Leaf.
But he really wasn't good, though. It got to be someone that was actually good that really wasn't perceived to be good. Tebow, Murdoch were bums, though.
Ryan Leaf wasn't.
Yeah, he was a bum when he got to the NFL.
But his name, his aura.
Before the NFL, it got to be.
He was great in college.
Yeah, but all these guys were great in college. Murdoch, Tebow, they all bums. It's hard. Someone that was actually pretty good in the pros, that's hard to figure out that one. All of them were bums.
Tebow got some game winners, though.
Yeah, he's a winner.
All he does is win, man.
He's a winner.
That's why you
put Pittsburgh out.
Huh?
I remember that.
Yeah.
You put Pittsburgh out, didn't you?
And you give it.
They all fell for that. They all fell for that play action fake, right?
You gonna give Tebow the credit because most Niner fans don't give Tebow the credit.
I give
Why
Tebow.
not?
I love
What do you
Tebow.
mean most
I love
Niner
Tebow,
fans
man.
you know?
Shit,
Like
a lot
really
of them.
know.
A lot of them. A lot.
And they hate your
I
guts,
live in
huh?
California, man. I know a lot. You think I don't know a lot of them? I live in California.
You can't take me to comeback victories, man.
Nene, you got somebody for us?
I'm gonna throw it out there. Y'all gonna kill me too.
Who you gonna say?
The most, well, not the most
Let me think
overrated,
about
but
it.
he is.
I can come up with
Hoop too?
somebody.
You gonna say Kobe?
Hoop too?
You better
I
not say
wasn't
Kobe.
gonna say Kobe.
Oh.
She was gonna say Kobe.
I wasn't gonna say Kobe. I wasn't gonna say Kobe.
I can come up with
Cutler.
somebody. Hold on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But he's not.
He's
nobody thinks he's good. That's dumb. That's a dumb
Yeah,
comment.
you can't
Nobody
say
thinks he's
overrated.
good.
That's
Everybody
what
thinks
people
he's
think
garbage,
he's good.
though.
No, I didn't say he was
No, but that's
garbage.
to prove our point.
Wait. I didn't say he was garbage.
No, but
He's
you said
one of those-
overrated. He's not
I
even
wanna be
rated though. He's rated bad.
No, he wants
He's
to be,
underrated.
He wants to be a bum when he
That
just
makes no
wants
sense
to
with
be.
each
I
other.
mean,
They
he
just
does.
pay
Like,
That makes no
sense,
he
sense,
does
man.
his stats, and then he just the
Everybody
bum
thinks
comes out.
Cutler's
Okay.
bad because they didn't really see him play.
I got two.
He's underrated, not overrated.
He is
Nobody
not.
thinks he's
He
good.
is-
Who thinks he's good? Nobody.
Yeah, that's-
not-
you can't-
Yeah,
not
but I'm
You
just
can't
one
be
person
overrated
though.
if not too many people think
Yes.
he's good. But I got two hoop players. Joe Johnson is overrated. That contract, he needs to get that back, sir.
That's a good person to name.
Yeah, overrated.
That's
And
a good person name.
Two. I'm gonna tell you who else overrated. Melo.
Never Mellow.
Overrated.
Never
Oh,
Mellow.
wow.
Never
Overrated.
Mellow, but Joe Johnson could be
I'm
overrated.
gonna tell you
though.
why Melo's overrated. Melo is an isolation basketball player. He a good one-on-one basketball player. So when it comes to team leadership, he's not a leader. That's number one.
Yep.
You need a leader on his team. Getting bounced out the playoffs that many times so early
Preach.
in it's 11 years.
Preach.
Now, you only been out the first round 2 times. Everybody want to say it's the teams, but that Denver, they had a squad in Denver.
Yeah.
They put pieces together for him to win. They couldn't. They don't even run plays for
They
Melo.
was
Isolation
They was facing the
basketball.
stacked Lakers though.
But no. But what about when he lost to the Clippers and they had the higher seed?
Yeah.
But not even that. Let's go to New York. Everybody was saying in New York how he was going to be the man. They was going places. They was going to beat Miami. And then when they was terrible, it was, he didn't have nobody. That's always the excuse. He don't have nobody, but he did have pieces. Some of them same pieces who was good came over here to play with him then.
I give you Joe Johnson because Joe Johnson is
very overrated.
He only got one skill, and everybody know what that is, right?
He's a team player though. Melo's not a team player.
He's a shooter. Joe Johnson's a shooter. He only gonna shoot the three.
Mm-hmm.
Melo, you can't say he overrated because
he's a ball hog.
He got 2-3 skills.
He'll put up 40 and they'll lose.
And he got the most important skill that. What's the guy from the Pacers George is trying to get now? A post game. Melo got a 3, a mid range, and a post. You cannot stop dude.
First of all,
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen somebody stop Melo when he try to get the ball? You cannot stop Melo.
Melo stops himself.
No, you cannot stop Melo. His team might not be successful, but if you try to shut Melo down, you're not doing it.
Successful.
Let me
you see his shooting percentage?
First of all,
Melo,
leader.
Let me finish. It's supposed to be 30 seconds a minute around here. Look, Melo, you can't stop him. Joe Johnson, you can stop him because he's not going into the post. He just going to shoot a jumper or a 3 or hold the ball. Melo will back you down and post you up and take you out to the 3 and shoot a 15 ranger. Melo is very, very good ball player. We all shortchanging dude because he got a lot of talent.
First of all, a leader is going to post somebody up and actually look around and dish it out sometimes. Right? Am I right or wrong?
You think the guy from the Pacers is better than Melo? The George?
Yeah,
he's not because he can't post. You know what he's working on right now?
Anybody that's a team player.
You know what he's working on right now? You know what he's working on right now? His post game. You know why he's working on it?
Okay.
But Melo.
How did he beat him?
George does.
How did he beat Indiana?
Player, right?
How did he?
Is George a team player?
How did Miami beat Indiana?
Can you just answer that question? Is George a team player?
Carmelo didn't beat him.
Yes.
Right.
Is Melo a team player?
No, he's not.
Explain that.
What do you mean? Explain why George is.
He's a team player.
Explain to me the same question.
He's the leader on the team that wins.
Dish it around.
And so can Melo.
Melo does not facilitate.
Melo had 40 points with 1 assist. I done seen it countless of times.
But not even that. The 40 points come from 7 for 30 shooting. It's never you talking about nobody can stop Melo. Melo getting his points.
Put George on the Knicks.
They'll be way
They'll
better.
be winning.
How?
Because they got a leader.
No, George can't post.
No, besides that,
George can't post up.
He's a team.
It's easy to stop somebody that can't post up.
And he plays
Kamasi,
defense.
let's see what B-Tuck got to say.
He's a team player, dude. You're not going to win nothing.
Kamasi asked this question to you, B-Tuck. He said put Paul George on the Knicks. Do they win?
Yeah, he get
everybody. Then I'm going
to
ask you that too.
No way they don't win. You know why?
Kamasi, one at a time.
He will get everybody active. He's not going to sit up there and beg for the ball, do this, everybody sitting around open, and then shoot it and miss, and then have a fast break going down the court. I done seen that a million times in the last 3 years with this bum.
Bum?
You
He
speak
said
on
bum.
You speak on it.
I'm sorry.
George.
You made me laugh with that.
Hold on. George gets his assist a game. That's number 1. Number 2, he plays on both sides. You can't say if you have a person. If I'm taking the person who plays on both sides of the court, you got a defender, a lockdown defender. He gives Bron trouble defending Bron. They go at it in the finals. In the conference finals. They go at it. Don't say they don't, because they go at it.
The Pacers lost because George couldn't defend Bron.
No, that's not what they lost.
That's why they lost. Why did the Heat beat the Pacers? You know
why?
When Bron got in trouble, what they do? I'm going to the post. He started posting low ass George down in the basement.
That was
down there, turn around, easy bank shot, and they started doubling. That's why I say. I always say you need a post player.
Bron struggled in that series.
And outside on the jumper, George can guard him on the perimeter. George can't guard him down low. Bron is 2-dimensional. George can't guard LeBron down on the post. He can guard him on the perimeter.
Nobody can guard LeBron.
Okay, but that means George can't guard him, though.
What defense does Melo have?
But if LeBron did that to...
LeBron can't guard him either.
Okay, LeBron can't do that to Melo.
The whole
LeBron can't punk Melo like that.
Are you serious? I done seen him punk him.
Come on, in the post, are you crazy?
Who did they play in the first round?
Come on, man. Y'all not paying attention to the post game.
Who did they play in the first round?
Y'all worried about jumpers and easiest basic part of basketball.
Kamasi.
The easiest part of basketball is watch somebody shoot a jumper.
Kamasi, I agree with you. The basic part of basketball starts in the post. Hold on.
No. That's the hardest to notice. The easiest is seeing somebody shoot.
Hold on.
That's why everybody love with Clay and Curry.
Kamasi, could you give me a second? It starts in the post. I get it. That's why you say the Warriors won't win the championship. But tap into Nene's point that Carmelo doesn't shoot with efficiency. So
At all.
and he doesn't kick out. So how good is he?
Man, he don't kick out. He ain't got no ball players, man. That's why.
Oh my! What are you talking
He
about?
ain't got no ball players. That's
got
why
Bron
LeBron went to
working
the Heat. That's why LeBron went to the Heat.
You got Bron working with Chalmers. That
Come on, man. Can't nobody win no title by themselves,
But you,
man.
but we're not
Is that basic knowledge?
That's what Melo's trying to do, right?
Is that
That's
basic?
what Melo's trying
Is
to
that
do, right?
is
By not passing the ball.
Let him explain himself.
is that basic knowledge? You can't win a title by yourself.
So what is Melo doing? He's
trying. He's not succeeding at all.
Hey, but
Okay, so
I never said he was
hey,
succeeding at the
let
Knicks.
him talk. Let him.
I never said he was succeeding at the Knicks. But you can't win a title by yourself.
We know that. That's not the point. He can't get out the
It
first
is the point.
round.
Because
LeBron
y'all,
was to the finals. LeBron was to
y'all
the
crucifying
conference
Melo, saying he should have did this, he should have did this. He ain't never had a number two score.
Hey, could I ask
He
you
had
this?
Iverson.
Hey, hold on.
Come on, man.
Hey.
Iverson was on his down.
Oh, man.
He got bounced.
Iverson was averaging 30 a game.
Iverson was out of the league at
Young
that time.
Bird.
I'm trying to ask you another question.
Come on, man.
Are superstars running to go play with Carmelo?
Answer that.
No, because no superstars want to play with nobody.
Oh, please. You see Miami, prime example.
Hold
Boston. Before that,
Boston, CP3 bounced. I want to play with. First of all, he wants to go to the Lakers. That's number one. He wants to go there. Nash, who should have been the still raw Nash, went to LA. It's been happening. Superstars been leaving.
Let me jump into this. Everybody you mentioned has been a free agent before. You know who hasn't ever been a free agent?
CP3 wasn't a free agent when he left.
Carmelo Anthony has never been a free agent. That's his gripe with the Knicks. He was always been traded. CP3 was a free agent. LeBron was a free agent. They got to choose where they
I'm
want
sorry.
to go.
Melo chose New York, did he not? Melo chose
He got
New York.
traded to New
He
York.
asked to go to New York.
He got traded though.
Did he ask to go
He
to
has
New York?
never been a free agent. That's very important.
Okay.
Very important. Y'all don't
chose
know that
New
though.
York.
Y'all don't know that.
We could talk about Melo for days. Everybody who ever watched this show,
He
know we
has
could
never.
talk Melo.
Carmelo Anthony has never been a free
he's
agent.
not a leader.
That's
He's
very
not a lead.
important.
He's not a team player.
But
That's
we have
very
to
important.
move on. We gotta take